weakness and second stiffness. The first one is I so only two conditions happen with muscle. One is stiffness and second is
weakness.
weakness. Which is the more common?
Weakness.
Which is the more common one?
Weakness.
Stiffness.
Stiffness is when you're older, I guess.
They are both things will happen. After like breakup, what will happen first? The person becomes more weak or stiff?
After what?
After the breakup, emotional breakup.
Oh, no idea.
What will happen? Person becomes more weak or the more stiff? Some conditions more weak because emotional and not that much energy. In some conditions become very rigid and stiff. I will not do this again. Exactly same thing happening in human body in the muscles. If there is a weakness, then opposite side of the muscle will be
It becomes stiff.
okay. So mostly, as per my experience and what I learned, the maximum amount of the muscles and this all, the always stiffness comes from weakness. The stiffness comes from weakness. Sometimes, for example, we are doing very high work. There is loss of the lactic acid. That stiffness will go after your rest. Okay? But if you have every day your spine is very stiff, each and every day you are suffering some kind of types like hamstring stiffness is very common right nowadays. Okay? So the continuous stiffness in the muscle, that is something connected with your weakness.
Okay. Stiffness going to weakness.
Yeah, one of my in my university, one of my professors he used to say one story about the muscle weakness and stiffness. And one of the farmers having the two bull is doing the farming with that bull each and every day. Okay, so that bull is divided their body weight like 50%. He will take the pressure of this what we call halko kya bolte hain English mein?
Plow.
Plow, and 50% the left bull and 50% the right bull. Then they say, okay, this is the perfect deal. Okay, if you will not do this work, then our owner will not give our man, like the farmer will not give us food. So if you need the food, then you give the 50% pressure and I give 50%, so we'll finish this work fast. Then both bull are agree with that condition. They are doing every day the same routine. The farmer is happy, bull are happy, everything is going good. One day, one bull becomes weak. Okay? Then this bull says, I can't take more pressure. Okay? And they had a deal with like farmer. They said, we'll do your work every day. We'll finish your work, but after work you have to give us food. Then farmer said, if you finish the work, then only I will give you food. If you will not finish the work, then I will not give you both of you. Then one day this bull becomes weak. Okay? Now this bull said, brother, I can take only 40% pressure today. Can you take 10% of the extra my pressure? Then this bull have to take 60% pressure. But this bull having no other option. Why? If he will not take the 60% pressure, he will also not get the food. Now, the difference between this bull and this bull is 20%. This bull is working 20% extra and this bull is working 20% less. At the evening times, after finishing the work, this bull become like fully muscularized, stiff and like whole body becomes strong. Then the farmer came and said, okay, my this condition of this bull is very worse. Okay? They are giving the good massage, good treatment and everything. Then he becomes perfect. Okay, now I am ready for next day. And again this bull said, brother, I am still in very good positions. Okay? End of this story, I ask you what it is like, essence of this story, why we say this story. Okay? So you remember in your lifetime. Okay? Then next he said, brother, still condition is not good. Today I am going to take only 30%. Okay? Then Again, this bull is bent on the 70%. The next day condition is more worse. The farmer called the doctor, they give injection, good food, massage, everything. This is the going on. So what you understand, like where is the problem?
Problem is on this side, but
So,
you're working on the other side.
I am going to say this story because the weak muscle will not give you symptoms. The weak muscle will not give you too much symptoms.
Okay.
Only the stiff muscle will give you symptoms. This muscle is not complaining with honor and anything. Is after the like work, it's just sitting like this, very weak. And this muscle becomes fully like body is stiff. You can't move like how you go first day gym and lifting the very heavy weight. And what is the condition the next day? Exactly the condition of this food is exactly like same. Okay, whenever we have a weak muscle, no, they will not give you any symptoms. The symptom is only one: this muscle are not able to handle the more pressure. You will not get any types of the more pain in the weak muscles. Pain is only in the stiff muscles. Okay? So where is the pain? That is not problem. Which muscle is the stiff? That is not problem. Why this muscle become the stiff? Because of this muscles. This muscle is not responding properly. That's why the opposite muscle is working too much. Many people are complaining, no, first I had the left knee problem, okay, then slowly the right one is started. So, before this muscle, for example, I had a pain in my left knee because of my right knee was weak. And I was using everywhere more my left knee. And too much stiffness, this muscle become damaged. Now, after the damage, again this one become the weak. I am not able to give more pressure on this muscle. Then again I am using access this knee. Then again this become the damage. Okay. So whenever we are doing treatment in the evening, many times, the person used to ask me like, I have the problems in the left knee, why you are treating on the right one too? Any people if having the problems, like my injury, this all are the normal. If someone having the chronic issues of the knee pain, then what we are doing, we are treating the both knee. We'll check first which muscles are stiff, which muscles are the weak, and we'll target the bilateral. Okay? So in these conditions, always target more on the root, which is the weak muscles. Then go on the stiffness. Okay? I'm just saying my story. When we come on like the one muscle they are connected with another muscle. I am just going to say my story. Bicep femoris muscle. This is the bicep femoris muscle. Okay? And longissimus thoracic, which is this muscle. Okay? Don't get confused. I just give you an example. Okay? I had very weak bicep femoris muscles. So that's why the maximum pressure is going on the medial side, which is the semi-groove, semi-tendinous and semi-membranous. Okay? And I have lots of the stiffness here. So whenever I used to target here on this hamstring groove, which is the semi-tendinous, semi-membranous, I get very good relief. But after again 2 or 3 days, again the same. Because I am working 10, 11 hours every day on the standing position. So again this becomes stiff. The first time in my life when I was doing this study and fascial bioconnections and this all, then I checked my bicep femoris and it was just functioning only 30%. And I said, oh, this muscle is very weak. And just for the practice, I said 2 needles like these. And first time I feel the relief in my lower back and which is the medial hamstring groove, like fully like this relief. And it was long time, 1 month there was no symptom. Otherwise I was targeting on the stiff muscle, after 2 days again the same stiff. That was first time my practical experience, like stiffness comes from weakness. Maximum time, lecturers, they give the lecture, they say, okay, yes, this is. But when we do practical, what I am going to teach you is each and every subject is my practical experience. Okay? I have no books, nothing, I do only. Hello? Hello? हेलो हाँ उधर क्या अभी तो एक काम करो मैं टैक्सी ले लूँ क्योंकि क्लास स्टार्ट हो गई है और मैं एड्रेस भेजूँ नहीं भी एक टैक्सी ले लो और मैं एड्रेस भेजूँ नहीं और भेजो आशा गाँव आना आशा गाँव उन्हीं के भेजो वाले ठीक है My new cook is coming from Rajasthan.
Nephew is coming. Nephew is coming.
No, cook.
Cook, new cook.
Okay? So, in this group, our exercise is more important. Muscle testing is very, very important. How to diagnose the weak muscles and the stiff muscles. Through that, we know which muscle is the weak and which muscle is stiff. Okay? So, rectus femoris. If rectus femoris become the weak, what will be symptoms? If the rectus femoris muscle become the weak, what will be symptoms?
Can't walk very long.
Here, difficulties in climbing. If person is sitting, you will need support to get up like this. How old people are getting up like this. When they are walking, the knee are not proper on the line or balance. Okay, they have like a little bit balancing issues. If the vastus, if rectus femoris become the stiff, then they are not able to fold the leg. If the rectus femoris become the stiff, this fully stiff muscle, then patella can little bit on the top part, and they are not able to fold properly leg like this. Understand? If the vastus medialis become the weak, then what will be happen? Hello. 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 Asa